Welcome back to Forward Progress. It's another Saturday Prop Show edition here on the Forward Progress YouTube channel presented by Fanduel. Jay Cooper here alongside the Hitman. Today we're going to get into Hitman's two favorite props heading into Week 13. Normally we do three, but listen, Hitman already gave out a winner earlier in the week on our Thursday Thanksgiving special. David Montgomery over 52.5. Thank you very much for that one, Hitman. Let's dive right into these games. First game you want to talk about is the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Minnesota Vikings. You're looking towards a man who just got a big contract. So tell us a little bit about this prop.
James Conner over rush yards. I think, what do we have, 46.5 right now, Jason, at FanDuel?
Yeah, 45.5 minus 113.
45.5. Great. I like this up to 47.5. Underlying metrics have Conner as one of the most elusive running backs in the league. He leads the NFL in missed tackles forced. Just got that 2-year extension. A little bit of a show that Arizona still believes in this guy as their workhorse. And there was some talk in recent weeks about could Trey Benson start taking more snaps. I mean, I'm not buying it. Like I said, Connor's underlying metrics have been really good despite back-to-back poor performances. He was still up 40-9 in snaps last week against Trey Benson. I know the Vikings run defense is elite, and that's what's driving this number to be as low as it is. But Arizona just isn't going to go away from the run. I think that Conner is going to get his attempts, and I think that I just believe that the Benson talk is overblown, that he's going to start taking some of his usage. So even in a really tough matchup for James Conner, I think this is as low of a number as you're going to get on James Conner. So I like the over up to 47.5.
Yeah, and you mentioned the snap count, 69% last week for James Conner, which is actually one of his highest on the year. Just an unfortunate box score performance. Feels like you're probably going to get some regression there, like you mentioned, with these underlying metrics. Again, James Conner over 45.5, minus 113. You can find that on FanDuel, and that is the best price in market towards the over. So if you're going to bet that and you're watching this show right as it drops, make sure you bet it over at FanDuel. Let's get into our next game. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Washington Commanders. Hitman, listen, I'm a guy who loves playing these inverse correlation plays. And when you brought this one up, I'm like, interesting. It's an under reception. I might play this guy on an inverse correlation. So just tell us your handicap on the under receptions for this player in this Tennessee Titans Washington Commanders game.
Yeah, N'Keal Westbrook-Ikhine, Titans wide receiver. I think we have under 2.5 catches at plus what, Jason?
Receptions is at plus, where is he? There he is, 110. 110.
Plus 110. So this is the best number in market. I would go to minus 110 on this. But, he's been running all the routes in recent weeks. But this is still a guy, like his last 6 games where he's seeing 50% snaps or better. He's still only gotten 2, 3, 5, 2, 2, and 1 catches. The Titans have been a run-heavy and deep vertical passing game offense. He is just not a player that commands a high target share. This is a good blocking, scrappy player. He has been getting a lot of deep catches recently, which has been, a lot of them have been on broken coverages, which is really not sustainable. It's just an offense that they've become very run heavy in recent weeks. And when they're not running the ball, they're taking a lot of deep shots. So, and it's a player that just does not command a high target share. So I'm just willing to bet against a player that I, quite frankly, do not believe is a good wide receiver. He's a scrappy player. I don't believe that he's a guy that's going to command big target shares. So at plus money, this is pretty good.
Under 2.5 plus 110, like you mentioned there, best price in market, can be found on FanDuel. Before we get into our next game, bet the NFL season on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. We absolutely love FanDuel here on Forward Progress. I mentioned that inverse correlation thing a little bit earlier. Oftentimes, you'll find that when you click around and click those buttons, you'll find the best price on these inverse correlation parlays are on FanDuel. Same with their touchdown markets too. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself, and you line shop yourself, and you'll often see that FanDuel often has the best prices in market on these things. Right now, all customers can get a profit boost every single NFL game day. That means you can probably gridiron winnings multiple times a week. This week, Sunday, we have an SGP profit boost token that you can use on any game on the NFL slate. And then on Monday, we have the Monday Night Football same game parlay profit boost token. Make sure you're taking advantage of those. Make sure you're using both of those, because why wouldn't you? FanDuel has tons of ways you can get in on the NFL action. You can bet on money lines, spreads, player props, and so much more. Plus, with super simple live betting, lightning fast bet settlements, and instant withdrawals, FanDuel makes betting on the NFL easier than ever before. Just visit FanDuel.com/forward progress to download FanDuel today. Must be 21 plus and present in select states, or 18 plus and present in DC. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable boost token. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms for both offers at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE NY in New York. Now, hey man, we finished up with our props here, but I want to talk a little bit about the late game, the Sunday night football game, the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Buffalo Bills. A lot of talk about weather here, so I'm just curious. I want to bet on this game. I'm going to be betting on this game. I'm curious how you as a pro bettor are going to attack this game with the weather, with the knowledge of the weather kind of coming into it. Are you waiting? What's your approach here?
With props, like years ago, it was just easy to bet weather games under and just bet everybody under, and you were going to make a profit. To be honest, with props back years ago, you could just play game players under in almost any game, and you could probably be profitable, let alone games are going to have bad weather. So that used to be the strategy. Recent years, with more people in the prop market, it's gotten more efficient. You're not looking to do that as much. The lines open a lot lower when there's projected bad weather, and they get hit immediately on the openers, and it's tough to find value, to be honest, on a lot of these unders in bad weather games. To be honest, like a game like this, I could see overs having value because some of the reports out there is like the weather might not even be that bad. But then you do have like some of these like engagement farming Twitter accounts are talking about this game as if it's going to be a blizzard and it's going to be like the Patriots Bills game from a few years just to get clicks and everything. That doesn't look like it's going to happen. So to be honest, in these weather games, one, I find my most betting opportunity on props. And it's a good time, maybe if this weather doesn't end up bad and you do see some numbers suppressed, to take some overs. Maybe you take some alternate overs or something. Or so there's a lot of ways to approach it. You're constantly monitoring the weather because that is the biggest handicap. But I would suggest that don't just look to blindly play unders like people have done in years past. To be honest, there could be some value on overs.
All right, we'll keep an eye out on some overs and some alternates, that's for sure. And listen, if you have no plans for the Sunday night football game, you can join us here on Forward Progress Live. Every single primetime game, we'll be doing a live watch along. Come in early. We're live at 8:00. We'll probably be talking some props, probably playing some alt overs. We'll see how it goes from there. And it's a great way to kind of recap the week 13 and look ahead to week 14 opening lines. One of our best shows, I think, on this network. So make sure you tune in, you're subscribed, and you turn your notifications on so you can catch us right as we go live. Next time we'll be seeing you is at 11 a.m. Sunday morning. Rob Zoll will be live for the Pizza Buffet. He'll break down every single game on the week 13 Sunday slate, talking about sides, totals that he likes, giving out his numbers on the game, and then also sharing a couple props that he really likes heading into this week 13 slate. That just about does it for us here today, guys. Again, reminder, if you haven't subscribed already, you made this far, it means you like our content. So please hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Turn on notifications. And if you're not new here and you've seen this content before and you love our content, please do us a favor, smash the like button, suggest our content out to other people like you. It goes a long way for us here in the algorithm. Everyone, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.